It's going to be a huge opportunity for Naseem Shah to impact this Isfahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with No God.
You gave the reason, just emphasizing that Hassan Ali had just got 3 wickets in the 4 games that he played, so it's one of the reasons for that change. As they say, normally you wouldn't change a winning combination. Don't change something that ain't broken, as they say. But maybe needs a little bit of repairing.
Well, as a captain, you always have this provision to make a change or two if you move to a different venue, and that's why we have seen a change in their final 11. But at the moment, Mohammad Rizwan, who is experienced, able batsman, scored his 6,000 runs, beg your pardon, in the previous outing in Chottogram, and he's partnered with Letan Das, who has blown hot and cold in this BPL.
Indeed, he will not want to do that. He wants to be more consistent. Over 3,600 runs, decent strike rate. As you said, he's performed so very well. At times looks as if he's going to take the game away from the opposition, and then he throws it away. That is one area that Letan Das will try to just improve. This young man has been very impressive. 137 wickets in his T20 career. Decent even economy rate. Taskin Ahmed can generate a bit of pace, bit of fire, and he needs to strike early. They're all set for this evening match here at Dhaka. Little shuffle and a little shade. What a beauty to start off with.
Play that. You arrive at the crease and you get a beauty like this. Oh. Makes you think, doesn't it, as a batsman?
And he was actually shuffling across to the offside, anticipating that movement away. And what a good start. And that, as a bowler, is the best thing that can happen to you, first ball up. Nicely done, straighter. Gets the toe end of the bat, scurries through for the first run of the innings.
Now that's experience for you. If you see a bowler getting a bit of movement, the best place to be is the non-striker end. Just place the ball into the gap. He's off the mark. Yeah, talking about Taskin, he has bowled really well without any luck. This is his 7th outing. Hasn't picked up many wickets, but it's been impressive. It'll be a huge contribution if he starts picking up wicket, especially with the new ball.
Skinner's got 5 wickets so far. His economy, that is so significant. 6.5. That's top class bowling. Again, jogging back in, so a little bit of outward movement, and then the ball cutting back in. Excellent performance here from Taskin.
Yeah, the reason why he's been so economical bowling in this format, what you need as a fast bowler is force the batsman into playing the ball late. Because when you talk about big sixes, batsmen hitting the ball in the air, you need to meet the ball early. I think there is a problem with the batsman. Not sighting the ball well. They have asked the skin to take off that taping from his forearm.
Goodness, what things batters notice. Did you in your days notice little things like that? When the red ball was there, someone wearing a red hat in the background?
You know, we were taught to look at the ball, not anything else.
Look at the spectacular catches they took the other night, flying through there. That was brilliant, and this one just stuck. Marvelous anticipation early on. And that one very quickly went soaring like a bird and lashed onto it. Wants to replicate that. Again, just eluding the bat, enticing him.
No footwork, none whatsoever. Just hung the bat out. Very lucky not to edge this one. There is a slip in place. If you're looking to play a square of the wicket on the offside, you need to move your back leg.
A good over so far, just a single run. This time shoulders arm. It's good to know where your off stump is.
Are you kidding me? It's T20. You have to play at everything. I'm just pulling your leg.
Yeah, I know you are. If you're trying to play that, Amir, you would have been languishing in the dugout most likely. The ball jagging back.
Brought smile on your face, didn't I, Shamim?
What a good over. What a good over. Just the one from there. One for no loss after one. Lone change for single change for Comilla Victoria. Naseem Shah in place of Hassan Ali, and three changes: Amir Hamza, Mizanur Rahman, Alamin Hussain for the Dhaka Dominators. Here's a man who's been impressive again, not getting amongst the wickets. Arafat Sunny. He's got 132 wickets in his T20 career, but in this tournament, it's been economical. Needs to get some wickets. That's swept and swept into the deep. There is some protection.
Yes, and he needs to be wary of the fact that the pressure has been created by his partner, Taskin, by bowling an economical over. And the batters are going to go after him and should be ready for it. The left arm spinner, Arafat Sunny.
Arafat Sunny is a very clever bowler. He has the variations. Applies those deliveries, he will entice you, and the batsmen anticipate there might be another one coming, and then he zips one through the arm ball. Still tempting.
The three deliveries he has bowled so far in this over. He's been changing the line consistently. Well, how many times you have seen this from one batsman leaving the ball well alone in this format? Very rare this.
Something's got to give. Just a single in the over. No, it's not. It's content to just dab it away into the deep. Amble the single.
Yeah, what Sunny is looking to do there is flighting the ball. And so far, Litton Das, who just got off the mark, has been reluctant to use his feet. The right option for him is come out of the crease. Oh, that's in the air, dropped. That's a huge miss. 2 overs completed, 4 without loss.
Last time they met, the Comilla Victorians winning convincingly by 33 runs, posting 184. Dhaka Dominators just couldn't catch up. That was the last game Comilla Victorians played. Dhaka Dominators have played another one after that. They've been amongst the runs. Well, have a look at this opportunity. Wicket, straightforward catch, should have taken that.
Should have been taken, because Rizwan wasn't able to middle that one, and it wasn't travelling. A simple chance grasped.
Alamin, surprisingly, after Tuskin's very good first over.
Yeah, that is surprising. Bowled a very good over. And that's a trend, isn't it, with modern day captains, that they tend to use bowlers who've just one over. They feel they don't want to waste their bowlers' quota in power plays.
The decision to bowl first pays off so far in the third over, just the 4 runs. Once again trying to cut that. It's not in a position to cramp for space.
It's that first delivery of this game which has created doubts in both the batters' mind. They're just relying on playing from the crease, no feet movement. And that's why the bowlers are on top.
He's standing out of his crease. Oh, got him! What a delivery that is. Jack back in, got at the inside part of the bat and crashed into the stumps, costling him. Huge wicket, that of Mohammad Rizwan.
The change has worked. Mohammad Rizwan wasn't forward, didn't rock back on the back foot. Once again, feet going nowhere, and the ball hitting the top of the middle stump. He is jubilant. Look at those reactions. He's disappointed. Walking back after scoring 3, it's 4 for 1.
Skipper Imrul Qais comes in very early in the innings, playing his 100th BPL match. Imrul Qais, and a total of 153 innings in his T20 career. He needs to perform here. The team are in a spot of bother. Didn't get off to the start. They were contemplating. Brilliant from the bowlers. All the bowlers on view from Dhaka.
It'll be interesting to see What approach we're going to see from Emerald. That was a beautiful delivery. Jacking back just enough to take the inside edge of the bat and onto the stumps. As a batsman, as an opener, if you want to negotiate the balls, jacking back, you need to be on the front foot. It wasn't the case.
Very tentative with that. Imrul Kayas just half cock at that one. Not really committed to the shot. Very lucky. Ball went along the ground, but what an over it has been. Al-Amin now becomes the highest wicket taker for the Dhaka Dominators so far in this tournament. So he'll be very happy. And what a good change by the skipper in bringing him on in only the third over. He's a thinking cricketer. He's played a lone role in terms of bat and ball. Now he's getting some support. Oh, wild swing. A wicket maiden for Al-Amin Hussain. After 3, it's 4 for 1. Dominators making full use of that win of the toss and the decision to bowl first have got Comilla Victorians on the racks at the moment. Rizwan 3, just 3, 4 for 1. Change of ends for Taskin Ahmed. I think that was the reason why the change was made, but it paid off.
Yeah, this is good captaincy. Both these batters feeling pressure. There is a bit of movement for the fast bowlers. Under lights. He played that one quite nicely. Getting on top of the bounce.
1 from 9 is really going to put the pressure on Liton Das. No questions about that. He will be thinking of innovating a little bit, take the attack back to the bowler.
Yeah, he has bowled miserly throughout this BPL.
Oh, no, that was the risk he was going to take. Almost paid the price for it. Just trying to innovate. He might just be thinking of something here, but he was almost in trouble.
Yeah, concussion protocols. Edge the ball onto the grill. Yeah, that was risky, wasn't it? A bowler bowling with that pace, getting the ball to bobble in the air and getting deviation of the surface.
Yeah, just making sure he's focused, asking basic questions. And Liton Das, well, you know, we were anticipating that kind of a shot from him because of just the single scored. It's nice to see the crowds in the evening here supporting the teams. Those Dhaka Dominators languishing at the bottom will want the supporters to back them as much as they can, and they've started off with a bang.
Yeah, you mentioned about the captain Nasir Hussain, that how efficient he's been with the bat. And he's picked up wicket with the ball as well. He's been the lone ranger.
Oh, reared up. That reared up from back of a length. Hit him on the fingers, the gloves.
Are we playing at Perth? That one really bounced and hurried on to the batsman. Oh, again, gloving it onto the grill. for the second time in this over. There'll be concussion protocol. How good was he in his first over? Getting the batsman under pressure. Had them watchful.
And continuing to do the same in this over with two balls that caught the grills of both the batters and also hurt the fingers in the process. It's been fiery bowling by Taskin Ahmed, really generating pace, generating bounce, and the captain must be very, very relieved. What has transpired in the previous games, it's a happy position to be in.
A lot of fan falling here in Dhaka. Came out to the ground, all decked up. Well, looks calm, captain, and why not? His front line bowlers are creating the pressure which was required in this game. That's a great start.
It's uppish, but it's over the top. Some relief with that boundary at last.
Had to take a lot of risks in order to find a boundary here. Imran Kaz, actually the bounce helping him on that occasion. Didn't try to hit the ball all along the ground. Went aerial and made sure the ball was away from the fielder.
Would you believe in a T20 match, the first boundary comes, fourth delivery of the fourth over. Incredible. Having a lot of difficulty. Change of bats for the batter, and a change of angles rather. I thought just thought of changing the bat, but it's coming around. And guides it. It's wide enough.
Yeah, the coaches urged every batsman to come behind the line of the delivery here. Imran Kaz was backing away from the leg stump, looking to use the pace and the bounce on offer on this surface.
He might have got 4 runs in this over, but looks very pensive. Knows that Taskin has got his tail up. Bowling with venom, bowling with power. Oh, just on the leg stump, just outside the leg stump, I suspect. Are they going to think about a review? Don't think it's going to be a wise option. Nasir Hussain is coming across. I think he's happy that should carry on. So that completes 4 overs, and Comilla are 9 for 1.
It's been a fantastic start for Dhaka Dominators after electing to bowl, and they have managed to keep Comilla batters quiet till the 4th over. They're 9 for 1, and oh boy, what a shot that is by Liton Kumar Das. Boundary to start the over. Good evening, Sir Curtly Ambrose.
And good evening to you. What a way to get into the hot seat. That was a brilliant stroke. Over pitch delivery by Alamin. And Liton Das, he's in good form. Look at that. But hit with some degree of power. The bowler had no chance of cutting it off. Beautifully played.
Liton Kumar Das once again wanted to go after Alamin. It's a strategy to counter-attack the bowling side after being keep quiet for a long time now. We are still in the 5th over of the game. They're just 13 runs and already lost the wicket of opener Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, they're under a lot of pressure, the Comilla.
What a shot that is by Liton Dash. Just moving towards the offside and innovation. Outstanding batting.
Very, very well played. A bit of innovation. Down on one knee to a fast bowler and hit it over the fine leg region for 4. He took his chance, he got away with it. Look at that, down on one knee. What a play, what a shot.
Change of field there for Liton Kumar Das. Deep mid wicket in place, mid on inside the circle. He goes down the track, in the air for a while. Will it reach the fence? No, it won't. Couldn't connect it properly, but he'll get a couple. The intentions are pretty clear, Sir Kirtley Ambrose.
Well, it's about time. They've struggled in the first 4 overs, only scoring 9 runs. That is a bit unheard of in T20 cricket. So now Liton Das decides that it's time to have a go, and he's going to go after just about every delivery if possible. They need to do some making up here.
As a fast bowler, what's going on in your mind when you go after the batter? When someone like Liton Das trying to use his feet and innovate.
It's always a difficult time to bowl when a batsman, I beg your pardon, is coming after you as a bowler. But one of the most important thing is you have to keep your composure, because you don't want to show the batsman signs of nerves. You don't want to show like you've been rattled. Got to keep calm, keep your composure, and just focus on every single delivery you want to bowl. Of course, easier said than done, but that's the way to go.
Now Imrul Kais joins the party. He swings his bat and gets a boundary of the last ball of the over. 15 of the over. Been a very good one for Comilla. 24 for 1. After 5 overs, Comilla Victorians 24 for 1, and they've given away 19 dot balls so far. But the previous over has been a very good one. And Imrul Kais is joining in at the very last ball of the over. Arfat Sani coming into his second over, gave away just 3 runs. Again, trying to make some room and just bicep the fielders there. Boundary to start this over as well. Comilla coming in very strong.
Liton Das is on fire. He's had enough. He's seen enough. And now he's making some beautifully timed strokes. Gave himself a lot of room. Look at that. And hit it wide of point for 4. The bowler can't believe it. Wasn't a bad delivery. Which is a good shot.
Once again coming down the track, Liton Das had to adjust a little bit as Arfat Sani darted in a shorter one. He will get a couple as well. It's been a very good comeback for Comilla Victorians after that early fall.
They certainly need to up the tempo. 9 runs in 4 overs. with a wicket down is not what they would have wanted. Not the start they would have wanted, but now they're accelerating and at a rapid rate.
Liton Das should feel he missed out on that one. We have seen so much enthusiasm here in the BPL so far in this tournament. Okay, now Fatani flighted one. There's tremendous enthusiasm for BPL here in Dhaka, and fans have turned out in big numbers. Here we have a contender for the most enthusiastic fan, but I think he needs to be more enthusiastic. Mr. Curtly Ambrose.
Yes, seemed a little bit quiet on his phone, texting his family or friends, probably telling them you're missing out on all the action here.
They are a big fan of Liton Das. Why not? He's a rising star of Bangladesh cricket. At the moment, skipper Imdul Kais is on strike. Arafat Sani coming around the wicket to the left-hander.
Easy. Well done, boy. Well done, son.
Been a very good comeback again by Arafat Sani after being hit for a boundary in the very first ball of the over. Was in the air for a while, but he finds the gap for a boundary. Comilla are on charge, 11 of the over. 35 for 1 after 6. Comilla Victorians managed to score 35 for 1 after the power play, and that happens to be their lowest so far in the tournament. And that's the confirmation there by umpire Masadur Rahman Mukul. 26 runs of the last 2 overs. So they caught up well. Skipper Nasir Hussain introducing himself into the attack. He's been in fine run, 66 wickets. Loads of experience. Comes up with a shorter delivery, and Liton Kumar Das just handed a straightforward catch at Ariful deep mid wicket. Nasir Hussain strikes at the very first ball of the over.
And what a strike that was. What a break flew. That is exactly what they wanted. Liton Das was looking dangerous. Shortish delivery, had enough time to hit it where he wanted to, but only succeeded in finding that fielder right on the edge of the mid-wicket boundary. Didn't have to move an inch. He's disappointed, Liton Das. Celebration for Nasir Hussain. And Liton Das, his cameo has come to an end. He's gone for 20. Comilla Victorians 35 for 2.
भाई दारा ऐसे ये तो बहुत कुछ भाई এখানে
Johnson Charles, the new man in for Comilla Victorians.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Man with the purple patch doing the trick for Comilla, against Comilla for Dhaka Dominators. Nasir Hussain, he's been the leading run scorer and now he's also the joint highest wicket taker for Dhaka. And he's here because of this. Liton Kumar Das must be really disappointed with the way he got out. It was a long hop there by Nasir Hussain to start with.
Could have hit it anywhere he wanted and picked out the mid-wicket boundary fielder.
Yeah.
Oh, that skids through. Just a polite inquiry there by Nasir Hussain. And umpire Masudur Rahman Mukul shaking his head. It was going down the leg side. Again in the air for a while. But the lost wicket at crucial situation, Liton Das was looking really good. How do they go about from here on? Just completed the power play.
I think both Kayes and Johnson Charles need to build a proper partnership. That is going to be key. They've already lost 2 wickets, including the informed batsman in Liton Das. So a crucial partnership now is going to be very, very important. These two need to bat as deep as possible. You can't afford to lose another wicket or two too quickly, or else it could be in real trouble.
Yes, boy.
Nice way to end the over. A wicket and just 3 runs off the over. Comilla 38 for 2. Victorians need to work out yet again after the fall of wicket of Liton Kumar Das. Skipper Imrul Kayes is out there on 13. Johnson Charles just came in and he's on 2. Change of bowling there for Dhaka Dominators. Mukhtar Ali, another steamer, is an experienced campaigner in the domestic circuit. And the way the seamers have started for Dhaka Dominators, you'd be looking to continue that. He will come up with those change of pace pretty often. Immediately taking the pace off the ball, Mukhtar Ali.
And that is always a good plan, because most batsmen like the ball coming onto the bat where they can go through their strokes, hit through the line. But with pace off, they have to change all of that.
Short and wide this time, but straight to the fielder. There's no such demon in the surface as we have seen in the first game as well. The ball's coming onto the bat pretty nicely. I think it's important for the batters to stay there and take their time and middle the ball rather than go after and build a partnership to post a big total.
They are certainly under a bit of pressure, the Comilla Victorians, and a big partnership will bring them back into this game.
That's gone way above the head. Wide signal by the umpire. You must be very delighted the way Taskin Ahmed bowled and also Alamin Hussain picked up the wicket of Mohammad Rizwan. That's the wicket we're talking about. Came back in sharply. There was an inside edge. And then Nasir Hussain, he was lucky to get a wicket of that delivery. Edged. And it will race towards the fence for 4. Unlucky for the bowler, but the batter will take it.
There's nothing the bowler could have done there. It was a decent enough delivery. The only thing was a little bit too wide of off stump. That was the only thing. And once the batsman got some bat on it, it's always going to go. Yes, he's a little disappointed, but not your fault. Got to bowl a little bit straighter.
I think the third man is very wide. He needs to be a bit finer. Imrul Khan is not happy with something on the side screen there. Somebody just ran past there. But Dhaka Dominators must be really happy with the way they started so far. Again, he goes aerial and he finds the gap as well for a boundary.
Over pitch delivery that time for Mukhtar, and Kayes didn't miss out. He slapped it to the right of mid-off. Aerial, but away from the fielder, which is most important. Another welcome boundary, and right away Mukhtar is under some pressure, already conceding 10.
Again, bowling too full, too wide. Imrul Khan pounce on it, but he will get a couple there. I think with the type of and the 50 up there for Comilla Victorians. He's not an express fast bowler. Needs to bowl a lot fuller onto the stumps rather bowling too wide. It allows Imrul Khan to go after that one. The umpires will have a look at that one. And it looks fine. Those are runs given by the umpire. Last ball of the over. 12 so far. Imrul Khan raced towards 23 of just 16 balls. Again a slower one. Single to end the over. 13 from it. 51 for 2.
For 2. Dhaka to come in next. Mossadegh. So they've still got some batting to come. That'll be a wide. But I tell you what, I don't think anyone expected this sedate start. It has improved of late, but after 4 overs, they just had 9, the Comilla Victorians.
Yeah, but they've recovered. Yes, they've lost another wicket here. Comilla Victorians. The last 3 matches, they've gone on to win. They have 3 wins, and that has come in the last 3 matches. Comilla Victorians.
Johnson Charles has actually surprised me since he's arrived here and represented the Comilla Victorians, in that he showed quite a lot of maturity. You know, he's a very big hitter, but he hasn't walked in and just tried to smash it from ball one. He's played the situations fairly well coming in this middle period.
Yeah, the last time these two played each other was the last game, actually, when they met in match number 17. Dhaka Dominators going on to win the toss and decided to bowl first. Comilla Victorians replied with a score of 184. They fell short by 33 runs, Dhaka Dominators. But they've started well, and I would just wonder, maybe perhaps it would have been a better idea if Nasir Sen would have decided to bat first, because the last time they met each other, they went for the chase, couldn't make it.
they've become over-reliant, on the captain, Nasir Hussain, with the bat. And that, yes, they lost that game by just over 30 runs, but it was due to his innings. I think he needs a little bit of support. It's over extra cover. It will just plug a little bit in the surface and they'll get through for 2, but there's just too much width offered there for Emerald Case.
Yeah, just going back to that match, Nasir Hussain was unbeaten on 66 of just 45 deliveries. There were starts from Mohammad Mithun, who managed to score 36, the 19 from Ahmad Shahzad, and also Ariful Haq unbeaten of 24, but not good enough.
That'll be another wide. Couple in this over. So strong, just rocks back on the back foot and nudges that up the ground for a single. So after 10 overs, I think that the Dhaka Dominators will be very satisfied with their work. 61 for 2, the Comilla Victorians, and a strategic timeout. Well, he's bowled beautifully throughout this competition, Tuscan. 0 for 6 in 2, very economical again. It's not the first time. But the wickets have gone to Alamin and to the captain Nasir. But the Dhaka Dominators now need to build on this first. The first 9 overs have been exceptional. They don't want to let it get away from them here.
Comilla Victorians will be hoping that this partnership, which is now worth 26 runs of 20 deliveries, goes bigger. Ahmed Hamza in the attack. The left arm orthodox. This is a left and right hand combination in the middle for Comilla Victorians. This is an interesting move. Very interesting move from Nasir Hussain.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Good start, boy. Good start, Hamza.
Well, Hamza Hotak will be nursing a bruised ego because the previous game he went for 29 in 1 over. But he would have learned from that. He's a good bowler. He's a hard trier. Just every now and again he tries to take wickets, and that can work against him. He wants to bowl that sensational delivery that pitches leg and hits off. Now, Imral Case will look leg side to him.
Yeah, catch it! One ball, Hamza.
There's turn.
Lovely bowling. Leaping left.
That certainly turned. Bit of a bounce also for Hamza. A look of surprise from Imral Kais. Just stood there for a while.
And the batter that took him was Kustal Shah from the Comilla Victorians. He's not in yet, so that's probably Hamza wants to get his spell over.
Yeah, you're. One ball, Hamza.
That is his sixth option for Nasir Hussain, because already used 5. He's the sixth bowler to be used tonight. So he has options.
Hamza.
And he's been brilliant. He's done whatever he could do. The putting in the performances with the bat and the ball. His captaincy has been quite sharp.
Yes.
But he hasn't got any support whatsoever from his teammates.
Good backup, Mizan.
And this is a situation where he would be hoping that someone can just break this partnership, get a new batter in,
Finish one, boy.
and let's just keep things quiet.
Big ball here for Hamza. Now the umpire just having a little walk down the middle of the pitch just to say to Imral Kais, look, if you do come down the wicket or you do attempt to run a single, please get off the danger area as quickly as possible. Bowled him, brilliant, pace taken off. That's a sensational delivery. Just a little slower from Hotak.
A state of shock. The Comilla Victorians fan, just when the partnership was looking good, he bowls a beauty to finish the over. Out of the front of the hand. And he's played all around it. He was expecting the ball to turn, didn't turn. His first wicket in the tournament is a very good one. The skipper departs for 28. Comilla Victorians 64 for 3.
You take the right hand.
Well, it's probably the one bit of equipment that I can imagine a batter forgetting to walk out with. The helmet, Mossadegh. He had to just get the substitute fielder to run on with the helmet as he walked out without the helmet. I don't know if there's anyone who's ever walked out without a bat. Probably not. What a lovely bit of bowling this was from Hamza Hotak to a big player like Imral Kais as well.
Now this is a really clever piece of bowling. Remember, we mentioned that he had got the ball to turn into the left-hander just a couple of deliveries earlier, and then he nicely set him up, bowling the ball from the front of the arm, and it went straight. It didn't turn either way. And he picked up a single. This is a time that they need to really apply a little bit more pressure. We'll have to wait and see what Nasir Hussain does with the fielding, because if you're looking for a wicket early on, get somebody in the slips corner. It is Musaddiq Hussain who's going to face his very first delivery.
Perfect.
Two relative new batters at the crease. Johnson Charles, 9 off 12. Well, it was chilly the last time we were here, but I'm not so sure it's that chilly now. That's how to play your first ball.
He's got Mukhtar Ali in the attack from the Isfahani end. Really worked in his favour because it was aerial. It was short. We're just falling short of Arafat Sani at mid-wicket.
You said he's on from the Isfahani end. Right, so Isfahani is one of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh, isn't it? I'm sure it's a heritage brand renowned for producing high quality tea and food products.
The best tea I've had so far, the Isfahani tea. Mouth-watering. Bowled. It's turning out to be a good over because when you see a bowler bowling a really good over, when he picked up that wicket of Imrul Qais from the other end, as a skipper you want similar kind of stuff from the next bowler, and that's exactly what he has done. A couple of singles in the first two deliveries, and then he's produced 2 dot deliveries. So this is very good, really good from Mukhtar Ali.
And he'd gone for 13 in his first over, so a good comeback. Oh, here's a chance. This is going to take some catching though, because there's a lot of ground to make up. Too much, in fact. Charles gets away with that. He really does.
Yeah, he knows it was so close, picking up another wicket. He's very, very lucky. Again, a slower delivery, 96 Ks. Went really after it, so very difficult, running backward, and it falls in no man's land. 3 converging in.
What an over. Very good over from Mukhtar. Very good. Follow up to the over of Hamza Hatak. So that's 11 gone, 69 for 3. So at the current rate, 125, that shouldn't be enough.
Yes, boy.
I really will hope for a big 9 overs here. It's a good pitch. You just wonder what. We know that there's dew that falls on the outfield. It's already fallen on the outfield. We see the captain drying the seam of the ball there already. Mid-wicket comes in to save a single. It's beautifully bowled. Well, got his confidence back by the looks of things.
Yeah, the next batter to come, Takir Ali, Khushdil Shah, remember, came at number 5 in that game against the same opposition when he took on the bowler 64 in just 24 deliveries. They still have yet to come, and they'll be hoping that he can repeat his heroics, because he went really after the bowlers right from the word go.
Saw him coming, just dragged it down a little bit.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Just feel something's going to go here. The run rate at 6, Mossadegh and Johnson Charles are both attacking players. You saw in the previous over how Johnson Charles has looked to find that boundary. Got a bit of a scare, but I feel there's some boundaries that are required from here on in. What, 140, 150? It'll certainly give them something to bowl at.
Well, he hasn't picked up a boundary yet. Johnson Charles, 14 of 18. About time. He gets going. This time he misses it. He struggled there, really. 14 of now 19.
He's varied his pace well. That one a quicker one.
Yes, boy. Yes,
Another lovely over. Really good over. Just 5 from it. That's 12 gone now. 74 for 3. Powerhouse Hostel yet to come out and bat, but at the moment Dhaka Dominators are dominating this game. They've got the stranglehold. Not good. Not good. The bowlers have been able to create that pressure on the batters, and this will relieve that.
This should have been stopped by the fielder at short fine leg. Yes, it was not the best of deliveries, but still, he needed to stop this. Boundary of the very first ball of the over, and the pressure will be back on the bowler.
Yeah, that fielder who placed at short fine leg was for that kind of a delivery. He should have stopped that one. They need to restrict the opposition to 150. Oh, it's been whipped away. And it's a huge 6.
That would rub salt in the wound. After the boundary of the first ball, the batsman now gains the momentum and just goes after the bowler.
That was good batting. Got himself outside the line of that delivery to be able to hit the ball in that direction. Maneuvered the length as well. High and handsome. Pressure. And plenty of it on the bowler now. He's conceded 10 of the first 2 deliveries of this over. This is better. To be able to get to a good total, imposing total, these 2 batters, they need to find a couple of big overs. And so far, this over has been good. Cash in more. And he does. Saw the length and pounced on it. That was a mammoth hit.
That went miles. It was high in the air and it was a very powerful shot again. It was overpitched. And Johnson Charles just latched onto it.
Yeah, he's giving wings to the ball to fly over the boundary line. 16 of the over. Make it 17. Yeah, as long as Charles is there, they have a chance to post an imposing total on the board. That was flicked away for a 6, and then saw the bowler pitching the ball up. It was in the slot. Yeah, he's middling the ball now. 18 of the over. It's 92 for 3. They want more of the last over, where batters were able to collect 18 runs. Yeah, we see these two batters struggling, but now they are dominating the bowling.
Early on, the first wicket of the game. Look how it is won, rooted at the crease. He was very tentative, and this one, Liton Das must be really disappointed. This should have been put away for a 6. Back live again. Played that late this time. Mosaddek Hossain. And there's a huge mix up there and a run out. That's the last thing they wanted.
Oh, he sold his partner down the river. Huge mistake. Misunderstanding. Called for the second one, halfway through, decided against it. Oh, it's a relief, isn't it? A set batsman in Charles has been sent back in that fashion. The fielding was good throw. And all the wicketkeeper needed to do was to take the bails off. A promising innings from Johnson Charles came to an end, scored 32, 93 for 4. House. Khushdil on display now. Gets off the mark. Yes, it was a full toss, but needed to put away. Had to reach for it.
What a way to get off the mark. It was wide, but still just removed his hand and then just goes through for the shot. He's a man in form.
This is not going to work. These lengths aren't going to work when you're looking to bowl at Khushdil, asking for trouble.
And that brings up the 100 for Comilla. After picking up the wicket, you come and bowl a full toss and then a short ball to someone like Khushdil, who's not going to give this. Again, a shorter delivery. Just pounced onto it.
Yeah, the roll of the wrist enabled Khushdil to place the ball into the gap. As long as he's there for his side, he'll create chances to put a big total on the board. He's been prolific. Khushdil he's a ball striker, without any doubt. extra bounce. Now that was a huge moment, wasn't it, in this game?
Johnson Charles was just starting to open up, strike a big six, and then this run out. That was the last thing they wanted. And Mossadegh, he made that call and just at the last moment backs out. He will take the responsibility there.
Yeah, keep an eye on Johnson Charles. When he finished the first runs, he looked at his partner, looked at him twice. Are you sure you're going for the second one? He hesitated a little bit and he was sold down the river.
That was a suicidal run out, especially in this sort of situation.
It's going to be a wide. Khusdil missed it. Opportunity was offered by the bowler by bowling that length. Yes, he took the pace off, but there was no protection in that area for the bowler. Could have been the third boundary of the over.
10 runs of the over so far, despite the wicket of the first ball.
Ten runs of the over. Porton completed. It's 1 or 2 for 4. A few batsmen getting starts, but not converting them into something substantial. And these two batters, Mossadegh and Khusdil, need to fire away. Only 6 overs remain in this innings.
Mossadegh Hossain will feel the heat after that run out. Nasir Hossain comes back in. Gave away 3 runs and picked up the big wicket of Liton Das.
Yeah, he has a knack of picking up wickets and important ones. He bowls intelligently, that's for sure. He's a frontline batsman, and when he's bowling, he thinks, if I am in this situation, how am I going to go about the job? And he does completely opposite, and that's why he remains economical and picks up important wickets.
Going down. Yeah.
Singles won't hurt him. Yeah, pushing hard. Gets them quite easily in the end.
Khusdil Das scored 64 of just 24 balls against the same opposition in the previous game. And look how he runs the first run hard. Makes it easy for the second one.
Yeah, loopy delivery. Certainly bowled slower on that occasion. Nasir didn't offer any pace for the batsman to work the ball into the gap. In fact, early into the stroke, Khusdil Shah.
The very smart cricketer, Nasir Hossain. Played for Bangladesh with a lot of authority.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
He played his last international game back in 2017, and then since then searching for a place to make a comeback, and it's been a phenomenal comeback so far in this tournament for him.
This has been a very good over, considering the last 2 overs went for 28. He's been able to keep the batsman quiet in this over.
1-1.
There is protection.
Just took the pace of the ball this time, Nasir Hussain. Been a very good over so far.
Finish your
And he's dragged back the length a bit as well, bowling according to the field setup.
Last ball of the over.
Catch!
Uses his speed. Khushdil hits the ball straight to the fielder. And for the second time in this game, we have seen the opportunity missed. Should have been taken. That can be costly. End of the 15th. It's 109 for 4. To get to 184, Khushdil has to come out with something special.
এদিকে একটা লাগবে
But the Dhaka Dominators would be happy with that 145.
How costly this is going to be proof for Dhaka Dominators. I think he just overran there and missed just the flight as well.
Yes, oh yeah.
I saw the batsman jumping out of the crease, dragged the length back.
ওখানে আলামির
Left armer Amir Hamza. Yeah, you are right. He completely misjudged it.
মিজান মিডে কেটে দা মিজান
And also, it was on his stronger side. The left-hand side is a left-arm spinner. Even though he overran, should have taken that. It was a simple opportunity. Into the gap. He'll be running hard. Although there was a misfield, but didn't run for it. These two batters.
Mosaddeq Hussain now really needs to get going. He's been there for a while, 7 of 8 deliveries, and was also involved in that run out.
Yeah, Amir Hamza for the first time making his presence felt as a left-arm spinner. He got tonked around in the previous outings. Not winning it. The ball falling in no man's land.
I think it's important for Khushdil to make sure he stays there till the 20th over. He can hit big, but someone from the other end, especially Mosaddeq, needs to take the charge.
Yeah, he's the batsman. He should be facing the left-arm spinner. The ball is getting wet. Difficult for the bowlers to control. That's in the air once again, but this time around, it will clear everything.
That's what you are talking about. Left-arm spinner coming into the left-hander. And he just sits back and puts that heavy bat onto it. He can hit those far.
And it really went far. And he hasn't middled that one. He two-ended it and still the ball did the distance. Look at the way he holds the bat. Firm grip on the bat, even with the bottom hand. And once again, he was looking to go aerial towards mid-wicket. And there was lack of bounce.
Khushdil loves facing Amir Hamza. He scored 33 of 8 deliveries against him.
Took the right option, hitting the ball on the offside into the gap, and ran hard for his 2 runs. Khushdil. 16 overs are completed, 120 for 4, and it's time to re-strategize.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
Take your shot. Grab a 6-pack of either Minute Maid fruit coolers, Powerade, or Dasani flavored water for your chance to win a SportsMax All-Star Weekend getaway and a basketball experience of a lifetime with all expenses paid. Promotion is NLCB approved for Trinidad and Tobago.
Game that was played here today, but the Dhaka Dominators, they've bowled nicely. They really have bowled nicely. Tuscan 0 for 6 in his 2 overs, superb. Hamza, the left-arm spin after really been taken to by Khushdil Shah in the previous encounter, has fought back well. And the captain, well, he has put in performance after performance. He's desperate for someone to support him. Here we go, last 4 overs.
Yes, boy. Good nose. Hey, Alamin. Hey, udhar ja. Hey, udhar nahi.
After a very slow start by the Comilla Victorians, only scoring 9 runs in 4 overs. But since then, they have motored along quite nicely and would want to make these last 4 overs count. They need to get upwards of 150 to give themselves a fighting chance.
They're going to have to be on their game on the boundary because Khushdil's going to keep swinging. And the best place for him to be if you're a Dhaka Dominator fan is at the non-striker's end. Or out. $11 and over, 162. That's the number I think they'll be looking at. And out. Hamza Hotak, he's an entertainer. And he hangs on to that one. He's an entertainer and he's a real competitor.
It wasn't the easiest of catches. Had to be swirling around, keeping his eyes on the ball to make sure where he's at. It wasn't as easy, but He took it well in the end, and of course, a little bit of flair for the crowd. He knows that, but it certainly was a good catch in the end.
It's Mossadegh goes for 9 off 11 deliveries, 122 for 5. Dhaka rallies off the mark, and with that wicket, the captain Nasir becomes the highest wicket taker and the highest run scorer for the Dhaka Dominators.
That's the reason why Dhaka is at the crease. Good catch in the end, and a little bit of exaggeration.
Yes.
Oh, this is a mighty blow. A mighty blow from Kushdil.
That one has gone a long way, right in the hitting arc, and Kushdil didn't miss out. Look at that, head still, struck it very well, and they love it.
Yeah, with the dew that's fallen here, the ball just slides onto the bat, doesn't grip and turn, which is what Nasir will want. Is it just a touch, just a little bit of grip. He'll keep the strike though. He'll keep the strike, and they'll get that 10 and over that they would have been looking for. 130 for 5. Certainly was a slow start. The partnership between Rizwan and Litton, 4 of 15 deliveries, and then the recovery started. So some decent contributions there from everyone to get them into this position now where if there's an acceleration in these last 3, the Dhaka Dominators batting lineup will be tested. But they do have Tuscan Ahmed, who has 2 overs remaining, so he will bowl 18 and 20, you would think. Here he goes. High into the air, high, keeper wants it, and taken. Massive wicket, huge wicket for the Dominators.
Certainly is. Kushdil was looking very dangerous indeed. He was taking the attack to them. What a delivery from Tuscan. What a way to start the over. High in the night skies, up in the lights. Keeper called for it, took it quite comfortably in the end. No issues. Tuscan celebrates, he's loving it, and why wouldn't he? That's a big wicket. Kushdil Shah is gone for Enterprise in 30. The Comilla Victorians 130 for 6.
Abu Haider, the new man. What a good spell of bowling this has been from Tuscan. Abu Haider Ronnie. Best of 53, he won't have time to do that. They need some quick runs now because that dismissal of Kushtil Shah was vital for the Dhaka Dominators. Lovely stroke, really good shot to get off the mark.
Slightly wide of off stump, and that was a cracking shot. Look at that. Superb timing, and the placement was brilliant as well. That was 4 all the way, and Tuscan knows it. A nod of approval.
Quick hands through the ball. Outfield is so quick. You beat that in a ring, backward point, fine leg, and those boundary riders have got no chance. And again, put this one down to third man. Brings Dhaka onto strike. He's been really good as Tuscan, but this is a good catch.
Said was a good catch. It went high in the night skies, up in the lights. Never the easiest one to take, and he took it quite comfortably. Well, he should. He's got gloves on.
Yeah, I think that was what was most encouraging, was he called for it because there was a fine leg coming in, but he said, my ball, that's mine, I've got the gloves. And 5 off the first 3. Dhaka on strike, and he just got to the wicket. Pace taken off.
That was well bowled. And how often we've seen that fast bowlers taking the pace off, forcing the batsman to really hit it as opposed to use the pace of the delivery. Yes, he knows he didn't quite get a hold of it, but that's good bowling by Tuscan.
You in here this evening to support both sides. Well, that might be wider. It's running down to the boundary and will be 4 byes. Well, I tell you what, that's got to be tight for wides, isn't it?
I do like the aggression from Tuscan. And how far was that from being a wide? Nah, I think it would have been okay. He ducked quite low. It kept going high as it got to the keeper and just eluded him. Well, that was touch and go. From the side on, touch and go. But they got 4 byes, so it all adds up.
Yeah, in this batter's game, Curtly, in this batter's game, every now and again a bowler needs a little bit of help.
Couldn't agree more.
Brilliantly bowled, brilliantly bowled. Tuscan appeals, but that's beaten everything. So he finishes the over well, but there's that number, 10 off it, 140 for 6. Tuscan's been brilliant. He's got one more over. He'll bowl the 20th. The 19th has been thrown to Alamin. Third man in the ring. A swing and a miss. There must have been a temptation, just a temptation from the captain Nasir to bowl either himself or Hamza, because the 2 spinners have been really good, going at just over 6s.
Maybe, just maybe, because of that over by Tuscan, he figured maybe the seam bowlers might do a good trick. As we see, there's a flight adjustment in the field.
Wants to. They're pushing really hard. They'll get it. That's good running. Well, Alamin's got to be very, very accurate, and he can't afford to give too much pace with third man in the circle. If he gives seam up and he goes outside off stump, that's really risky.
I reckon you should try and bowl a bit straighter. You've got a deep backward square, you've got a deep mid wicket, you've got a long on. So I think bowling straight and maybe a little bit full might be the correct way.
Goes over extra cover. Oh, does very well. Does very well. That's skipped off the surface.
Seemed like he hurt himself a little bit. It was a good stop, but he fell over, holding his left shoulder. And look how deep he's at in the crease. And well done, good stop. And then, recovered in time to prevent an extra run, but did a little damage to his shoulder in the process. But he's gone off, which is the wise thing to do. Get some treatment, have the physio looked at that.
Well, he put down Kushdal Shah a little bit earlier, but thankfully it didn't cost too much, but we do have a substitute fielder on at long off. And, he bailed out, didn't he? But probably wise. Not wanting to give away a boundary.
Thought about going for the catch initially, but then realized he probably would have been short and did the right thing. Bail out, save his team a boundary. Only the single. This is turning out to be a good over from Alamin. Only 5 from it. 2 deliveries left in the 19th. Can he finish strong?
Brilliant pace taken off, keeper fumbles and they get through for a bye. A little inside edge on this, didn't he? Look at all that pace taken off. Little toe end. Just 6 from the over. You would certainly take that if your captain asked you to bowl the 19th and he said, look, you can have 6 off the first 5. You would chomp his hand off. Here it is, final delivery of the 19th. Flat batted straight over the bowler's head. And we'll bring 2 more. But that's a very good over from Alamin, a very fine over. Just 8 from it, 148 for 6. Final over, and it's that middle period where they were really good. Comilla 74. Yes, they lost the 3 wickets, but they really needed to get a move on after that power play. They had just 9 after 4 overs. So a big over here, I think they'd be satisfied with what they post, but they need a big over. And against Tuscan, it's not easy. Again, good running.
From the time he hit it, you could see the intention. Sprinted straight away, looking for 2, putting the fielder on the pressure. and they got two quite comfortably in the end. But I don't think Tuscan and the Comilla Victorians would mind ones or twos. The boundaries could hurt them. And that too brings up the 150 for the Victorians. How much are they going to end with?
Again, this will just fall safely, a little top edge, but there's no one at the stumps because the keeper's gone 3/4 of the way to the boundary and no other fielder made his way to the stumps. It was an afterthought. So two more. The old air starting to disappear from the lungs here with all this running between the wickets. I thought T20 was about boundaries, they said. But you've got to run hard as well. The rate nearly up at 8 to the over. 152 for 6. Tuscan's gone for just 16. He's been brilliant. Needs to finish well. Really needs to finish well. Brilliantly bowled. That is superb.
It's always a safe bet when you try to execute a Yorker. Once it's executed properly, nothing much batsman can do. And a slight adjustment in the field. Fine leg is going back onto the boundaries. Third man coming into the circle. There's a deep mid wicket, a deep backward square, a long on, which means he's looking to go more into the pads.
Flipped away and all the way for 6. He just gave too much pace.
Good intentions, but poorly executed that time. Brings up the 264th sixes in this tournament. Didn't quite get the Yorker this time and was clobbered away for maximum.
I really felt he was going to take pace off the ball and all that protection away on the leg side. But he didn't. He did go straight. You were right with that. He went straight. But it was pace on. Right now, fine leg is up and third man. Now pace is taken off, but a thick outside edge. We'll see that. Run away for 4. And there's a shake of the head in the commentary box next to me.
I am not impressed with that from Tuscan. Should have gone back closer to the pads. It's always dangerous to bowl off stump with the third man in the circle. All he had to do was get back on it. Because he was struck for that 6, he missed pitch. He should have gone back to the same line. He didn't and paid the price. Turning out to be an expensive over.
And past that magical 160. Anything above 160, you've got to bat very well to win. They'll want to, they won't get to. No chance. No chance. So a single to end the over, but a very fine over it was for the Comilla Victorians. 16 off that last one. It takes them over that mark. 164 for 6 in 20 overs. The Dhaka Dominators, there'll be some nerves in their dugout because this is not an easy chase.
Well, 164 is a respectable total, considering the sluggish start that they had. 9 runs in 4 overs, 35 in 6 overs. But there was a middle phase where they really got going. And to get to 164 is really commendable. Have to give the Comilla Victorians batsmen some credit.
Yeah, I think when you've got momentum, when you're assigned with momentum, which is what the Victorians have after 3 wins in a row, they almost feel, the team almost feels that they can get themselves out of any position, which is exactly what they did. Other teams would have just fallen away or slogged it up in the air. But after the slow start and the early dismissal of Rizwan, no half century, but contributions all the way through.
Couple of decent partnerships in the middle phase and towards the back end. And look at that, Jaka and Abu Haida, 34 from 17. That's the big one. That made a difference.
The two spinners did a good job. Nasir 2 for 19 in 3. The captain has been magnificent. Hamza with a great comeback, 1 for 19 in 3 after he got pasted against the same opposition in their previous game. Tuscan's first 3 were magnificent, but his last one went the distance. It went for 16. So 165 is what the Dhaka Dominators will require in order to register just their second win in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. We're off to a break, and when we come back, we should have that chase for you.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home, away from home. Subscribe today.
Take your shot. Grab a 6-pack of either Minute Maid fruit coolers, Powerade, or the Sunny flavored water for your chance to win a SportsMax All-Star Weekend getaway and a basketball experience of a lifetime with all expenses paid. Promotion is NLCB approved for Trinidad and Tobago only.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Segment of the Espani BPL T20 2023 powered by Minister in association with Nogod. We're live from the Chadimangala National Stadium here in Mirpur, and it's match number 22. Comilla batting first, 164 for 6. At one point in time, when they were 9 for 1 after 4 overs, you wouldn't have thought they'd go and reach that 164. A lot of inputs from different batters. Highest total without an individual 50 in this edition for a side batting first. The bowlers did well in the first half. It's just the last 5 overs that they went for runs. Tuskin was pretty impressive. 1 wicket each for him, Alamin Hamza. Have a look at the highlights.
Yeah, pressure was created from the word go. Picked up wickets. The batters, they did try their hardest to break free. What was good for Dhaka Dominators, kept on picking up important wickets, and that was through their captain. Most dangerous batsman Liton Kumar Das was dismissed, and today Mir Hamza was decent. Not only economical but picked up wickets. And Johnson, Charles started to promise a lot, and then this happened. Misunderstanding. Kerfuffle out there in the middle, and was a good result for Dhaka. And they came along coastal. Lived up to the reputation, kept on hitting the ball into the gaps. Yes, he was given an opportunity, but he cashed in.
Sure did, and those 5 overs that I mentioned, very fruitful. 55 till that spectacular catch taken. That was really good. That brought the smile out on the captain's face, but the charge went on. 55 for 2 in the last 5 gave Comilla that momentum they wanted. Despite an odd wicket here and there, I think they did a wonderful job in going to 164 for 6.
Yeah, that last over of 16, and that too against Tuskin, made the difference. And this is the target. And Dhaka Dominators are after 165 runs. We are talking about that last over of 16. It has made the difference. Brought that respectability to the total as the players and the umpires, they're making their way to the middle.
There'll be a lot of thoughts going through from the Dhaka Dominators, and the Comilla will be hoping that they can get a similar kind of start with the ball that the Dhaka team managed, and having other ideas to be the 2 opening batters on which so much will depend. You need to get off to a flyer here.
And for the Comilla Victorians, the name of the game is make the new ball count before it gets wet. Dew has factored in, and we saw the new ball responding to the fast bowlers in the previous innings, where Dhaka Dominators, Alameed and Tuskin were making the ball to wobble around. Man in the picture, his first outing in this BPL. He replaced his senior partner, representing Pakistan, Hassan Ali, who has struggled in this BPL. Yes, he did bowl well in patches, but he was unable to create that impact on the batters. Only picked up 3 wickets in his 4 games.
Imrul Qais will be marshalling his troops, but from the Dhaka perspective, the batters, particularly Shoma Sharkar, has been out of runs. And another point I want to mention, Amir, is that the Dhaka Dominators have scored the highest runs they've scored so far in the whole of this tournament. It's 160, but they have to score the highest number to win this match today.
Yeah, to get over the line, they need a good start. They require seminal work from these 2 openers. They're required to lay down a solid foundation. I know it's not going to be easy with the ball jagging about. Shomo Sharkar is partnered with Mizanur Rahman. Only 36 games for him so far at this level. Scored 100.
One of the changes was Mizanur Rahman and Shomo Sharkar. He's got a lot of experience, but he's been really short of runs the recent past. Quite a classy player when he gets going. But this is his opportunity to make a name for himself as well as maybe take his team to a win by giving them a good start. Abu Haider Rani, a bowler who can just move the ball about a little bit. There is haze, it's hazy conditions. It might be a little conducive. Maybe he can get the ball to do the talking.
Yeah, there is a slip in place for that natural angle of the left-handed batsman. You have to bowl on a good line of length to get the edge of the bat, and then the slip fielder is going to be in business, but not like that.
Got the edge of the crease so wide. Seem to have just had no control in the release of that ball. They're often running with a wide. Mizanur Rahman, he'll be tested. Abu Haider Rani knows the game, the format, quite experienced, having played many times before. Got back into the line. That's the line you're talking about.
Yeah, beautifully bowled. When you have a slip in place, you have to entice the batsman as a left-arm fast bowler to drive the ball through extra cover with the open face of the bat. That will give you a chance as a bowler to pick up those edges. He came very close on that occasion.
Well, there might be a few dot balls here and there. And sometimes the batters may be forced into some shots of indiscretion. Was charging him, bowler sees him coming, drops it short. What I was trying to mention is that after 4 overs, 9 for 1, the previous team, they bid their time, they waited for the loose balls to come along, they waited till the death overs, and it worked for them. So you don't have to go out blasting everything early on and take a few risks.
The name of the game for them is keep abreast of the required run rate. You do not need to be extravagant. All you need to do to start with is wait for the bowler to make a mistake, bounce on it, create that pressure, and then start to improvise.
Shomo Sharkar's got a slip in position. It's a little tuck away. That will relieve some of the tensions that built up every time you come into bat. Doesn't matter where, which format, what kind of a game you're playing, always good to get that first run under your belt.
You're talking about Shomo Sharkar, once as a batsman you're out of form. There are so many thoughts in your head. You have to clear them. The main thing for you to regain form is watch the ball coming out of the hand and let the eyes give signal to the brain and let it dictate. And he has dictated on that occasion. Took the earlier route, enjoyed that length, got the first boundary.
That's a nice flowing shot over extra from Mizanur Rahman. The way he lashed onto it, waited, and the shot timing was pretty good. The bat speed wasn't much. It was looping in the air for a while, but it was in the safe zone. Only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard side.
Yeah, the intention was to chip the ball over the fielder. That helped his cause. Nizam's
good comeback delivery, just nipped a little bit in towards Mizan. He's alert to that situation. Don't always want to follow up a big shot with another one.
I think there is one left. There is one left.
There was a wide. I think maybe there's just well, there was a little bit of discussion.
has been given an over. But the first delivery was a wide one. Naseem Shah.
Seven without loss. He's going to finish off the over. Well, it's okay if you realize there's been a little bit of a mistake with the calculation. Better to correct it and carry on.
Yeah, I don't know whether the umpire was told that it's not over yet, or was he asked? There is one ball remaining.
Oh, that is possibly going to be another ball remaining, because that was pretty wide. It's turning out to be quite a long first over.
Seems like he doesn't like the slip fielder.
He lost control. He was asked to come back and complete the over. Mindset was going to a deeper position in the field. Comes back well. At last, the over is over. 8 without loss. In the first over, virtue of a couple of wides, have Naseem Shah going to come and bowl his first delivery, debuting in the Bangladesh Premier League. Speedster, and that's going to be another wide to start off with. Little toddy from both sides of the wicket.
Yeah, these two batters, they need to absorb the pressure. In the first 4 overs, Naseem Shah has built a reputation for himself to striking early in his spell, especially in the first over. This has been decent. Economy is good.
Gets in line. Shomo Sharkar appreciating that and putting a dead bat to it.
Yeah, economy of footwork there. Working well for Shomo Sharkar. The way he played the last delivery tells me that he's looking to play the ball late, which is the right approach.
And the ball hitting the bat now as to scurry through. Well directed. It might have been very interesting to say the least.
He was struggling. He was struggling indeed. Yes, he played the ball with soft hands, but the fielder was too quick. Did not find the target on that occasion. Released the ball a bit too early. He had the time to aim at the stumps, align his body. Wasn't able to do so.
He's clocking up some pace already. 144, 143. The last 2 legal deliveries. And cramps the right-hander, so adjusts very nicely to the left-right combination. The bowler Naseem Shah.
He was looking for a bit of room outside the off stump. Mizanur Rahman. And Naseem Shah followed him. Backed away from the stumps.
It was the slower delivery too. Angle, taking it in, the batter waiting for it to come on to him. Good mix of pace. Oh, that hit back at him. Really generating quite something here.
Not the right technique for an opener. Once again exposing the stumps. What he needs to do is have a look around. Look at the field placing. Instead of staying inside the line of delivery, it'll be better served if he moves outside the line of the delivery. And he'll open up fine leg for himself. He's bowled! Bowl him! Yorker length! And Mizanur Rahman once again backed away from that leg stump. And he's been cleaned up.
Oh, this is a super delivery, and Mizanur Rahman also can blame himself because that movement backward, leaving that wide open space in front of him for the bowler to hit any stump, and it was going to hit the off. Look at him just backing away. You don't do that, and he had to reach at the last moment. A futile effort to get bat and ball, and he strikes in his very first over. Young Naseem Shah absolutely over the moon. The rest of his teammates. Mizanur goes for 5. It's 10 for 1. The new batter in, 70th innings for him, and he's got his work cut out. You're mentioning that Naseem Shah has a knack of taking wickets in his very first over. Just prove that.
Yeah, what was enjoyable with that delivery was there was a lot of thinking behind that delivery. Naseem Shah realized that the batsman is backing away. He's looking for that back of the length delivery to use the pace through offside, increase the length. And he was rewarded for his thinking.
That's a wicket taking over completed. Dhaka 10 for 1.
On a true wicket, when you're looking to defend a total of 164, that's a good start for the Victorians. But then Naseem Shah struck in his first over. Beautiful pictures of Dhaka. There's a metro station. Yeah, Isfahani, one of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh. It's a heritage brand, renowned for producing high-quality tea and food products. And that delivery was yummy. Shoma Sharkar missed out. Not this one. Right on the money.
Yeah, Naseem Shah has been very impressive, but it's the turn of Abu Haider. Little erratic with a couple of deliveries that is bowled His first over. Naseem Shah, recently come back from the one-day international series versus New Zealand, playing for Pakistan. 5 for 57 and 3 for 58. Brilliant bowling figures for him. And he's carried on from where he left off. Come in for the first time to play in the BPL. Immediately makes an impact.
Yeah, this is good. Shomo Shakar looking to bide his time. Looking to get his bearing right. They're not faced with a challenging total. He can afford to do that. Remember, in 3 overs, 9 for 1. Beg your pardon, 4 overs. They were 9 for 1. Comilla Victorians.
Here the scenario can change. Funny old game. Waits on that one, opens the face nicely. Goes through for that single, which is ambled quite comfortably. And not always that the morning shows the day. Ravindra Wimalasiri from Sri Lanka, standing in his 95th T20. Of course, an experienced Bangladeshi alongside him, Masadur Rahman Mukul, 125th T20 for him. So lots of experience in the middle. Oh, throws his bat at it. It's in the air. Couple of fielders underneath that one, and they crash, but they manage to hang on. Incredible. I just can't understand why these fielders don't call for them. They're two chasing. There's one spinning up into the air. Another one bites the dust.
A good game awareness and presence of mind shown by Khoshdil. Yes, at times you find it very difficult to hear your partner in the babble of the crowd, but this time around Khoshdil was in control. Shomo Shakar wasn't. He's walking back after scoring 3. It's 12 for 2.
Why do we love football?
Because out there on that pitch, we're all the same.
Dhaka have lost their second wicket. In comes Mohammad Mitoon, who has been amongst the runs. The only support the skipper has had in terms of batting. He has to bat out of his skin today.
Yeah, wooden legs. When you're out of sorts as a batsman, you forget to use the strides. Half cock, went for it, not controlling it. A very well judged catch. Yeah, hugged him in the end, his captain.
I think the captain was there to give him a hug, knew that he's going to take it anyway. But so many times I've seen in this BPL, two fielders converging, not clear call from anyone. Seen some being dropped, as we see the batter being squared up on that occasion from Abu Haider.
Yeah, this concludes the third over, 12 for 2.
Dhaka, 2 wickets down, not in a happy position, but they will be hoping that Usman Ghani and Mohammad Mithun can make amends. Got to just be a little sensible in their approach. There's been a change in the bowling. Tanveer Islam going to come on, the slow left armer. He's been quite successful. Had a few wickets here, 50 so far in his T20 career. And maybe, despite the fact that he has had some success, maybe this is the bowler Ghani and Mithun might just feel that they could get some runs out of, replacing surprisingly Naseem Shah.
Catch it.
Just whips that away. There is cover. They go through quickly for 1.
A bit of turn for the left arm spinner. Yeah, the 2 fast bowlers been able to bring a lot of pressure on the batters. And Imral Khair is going on a punt, introducing spinners from one end, asking the batters to go for it. He's looking for another one.
The pressure building up, the required run rate going up, not to play on the minds of Mithun. All he can do is go forward. Well, we've had so much support from the fans here at the Sher Bangla and earlier Zohar Ahmad Chaudhary, and the most enthusiastic fan of the match is there right in front of you. He gets a signed bat from the player of the match. Coveted memorabilia to have and to retain, to talk about with bowling once again.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's been a lot of support for these players featuring in BPL. Yeah, this is the postcode, isn't it? To be the Sher Bangla Stadium, Mirpur.
This is excellent bowling, on the money, right from the word go. 1 run, 3 dot balls, pressure building on Mithun. Something's got to give.
Yeah, he's to keep on reminding himself partnership is needed. Yes, he has played 4 dot deliveries. Don't have to do anything silly.
Not with the way Tanveer is bowling. Exemplary, so accurate.
Yeah, he's bowled good lines and lengths so far in this over. He needs to get out of the over in an efficient manner. Only 1 run so far in this from first 5 deliveries.
A very, very impressive over by Tanveer Islam. After 4, 14 for 2.
Yeah, after 4 overs, Dhaka Dominators are 14 for 2. Comilla was 6-9 for 1. Both teams not starting well in the first 4 overs, but Comilla covered up and managed to score, I think, a very good total in the end, 164 for 6. Change of ends for Naseem Shah. He's been effective. He picked up a wicket in his very first over. It's coming over the wicket to the right-hander, Mithun. Mohammad Mithun on strike. He's nearly crept through. He's quick. Good evening, Sir Curtly Ambrose.
Good evening, Arthur. That was a close one. That was close. Good seam presentation. Tried to run it down to third man, but it was too straight for that stroke. And look at that. I wonder if it touched the stump at all. That was close.
Now have a look at the sideways. I reckon this ball just might have hit the stumps. Late on it. Beaten by the pace. Oopsie daisy. And the wheel doesn't get dislodged. Again, inside part of the bat. Again, beaten by pace. He's bowling with some pace here, Naseem Shah.
Very, very, very fortunate to have not been dismissed. Yeah, he managed to smile, but he knows how close that was.
Yeah, Dhaka Dominators would have been disappointed to see Comilla Victorians picking up 164 for 6 after the end of the 20th over. 3 for 64 at one stage, 4 for 93 on screen. Yep, 2 thumbs up. Lovely to see people coming from overseas to have a glimpse of their favorite players. Youngsters also in the house. So very nice to see. Again, not only he is quick, he's very, very straight. Hardly gives any room whatsoever to the batter.
Certainly working up ahead of steam. He's consistently in the 140s. And on basically a slowish surface. Can you imagine he get the surface with a bit of help? You could crank it up to 150.
Yeah, he's bowling quick. Now have a look at that shape. Gone! Beautifully bowled. Just holding it, slang, shaping away. All he needed to do was a bit of a bat, and that was it.
He certainly deserved that wicket. Apart from bowling at high pace, he has been very consistent in that channel, asking questions of the batsmen. Had a close shape earlier in the over. Look at this. Good seam presentation. Held its line. A fine tickle to the wicket keeper. Easy catch. He celebrates Naseem. He's worked hard for that. And what a way to go. Mohammed Mithun is gone for 3. Dhaka 16 for 3.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
In a spot of bother. He's been an excellent touch. 115 innings, 117 is the strike rate, but in this particular tournament, he's been outstanding with the bat. And his team would need him. He's here because of this. Yeah, just a little bit of a nick. And Naseem Shah picks up his second wicket in his second over. He's been pretty devastating with the ball. A slip in place straight away. Former captain Habibul Basha, also his present selector for the national team, is in the house. Right, clip in place, a little bit wide. And Nasir Hussain, man in form on strike. Oh, again, it's all about inside edges and outside edges in this over. What an over. Wicket and only 3. Dhaka Dominators, 17 for 3.
Usman coming that side.
At the moment, it's all about the single digits. Well, it's Comilla Victorians who are dominating at the moment with the ball. Dhaka Dominators in search of a partnership. In desperate search of a partnership. Ariful at number 6. Sani at number 7. Mukhtar at number 8. They need runs. They need a partnership. That's well bowled.
The Dhaka Dominators have struggled to dominate so far in this tournament. The solitary win, and since then they've lost all the other games. They just can't seem to get going. On the other hand, the Comilla Victorians have won their last 3 games, so they're on a roll and looking to win a 4th in a row.
And you can even see how Abu Haider Rani is bowling. He's already seen what Naseem Shah has done from the other end. That he's attacking the stumps. He's also hardly giving anything away. He's also picked up a wicket already. So it's a good combination from the left-hander, from the Ispahani end. And now we saw change of ends for Naseem Shah, who came in from the Minister end. Really good. Only 3 bowlers used so far. Again, good piece of fielding.
Good work. Johnson Charles, they're so pumped up. The Comilla Victorians. Even though it's a long way to go, they're sensing victory. They're in the ascendancy at the moment. And that was brilliantly done at backward point. They are really pumped up and looking to win their 4th game in a row. The Victorians.
He has scored in every single match in this tournament, Nasir Hussain. 269 runs. 269 runs and an average of nearly 90. Strike rate of 131 in this tournament before tonight. And he's been asked to do the similar kind of stuff with the bat one more time. He needs support. He has led from the front, and it's a funny game. Even if you're in top nick, you can get out cheaply. Chamindawaz to the left of the screen, and Mehrab Hussain Opi, former national player, opening batter. We'll be hoping that Dhaka Dominators dominates with this pair of Usman Ghani and Nasir Hussain. Short ball pulled away, but he won't find the boundary. Well, they've managed to collect 2.
They certainly need a partnership here. Remember, when the Comilla Victorians batted, they were only 9 after 4 overs and 35 after 6. So there's still hope for the Dominators.
Well, they can only score 20 for 3 after the end of the 6th over. Yeah, now this is the lowest power play score by any side in this edition of the BPL. 20 for 3. And you got to give credit to the bowlers for their outstanding stuff. Not only they restricted them to only 20, they've managed to pick up 3 wickets. The first one was that off stump knocked over.
And then he tried to go big. There was a bit of a collision, but he held on, which is important. And then a thin little edge to the keeper for the third.
He's gone down the wicket, it's gone in the air. Well short of that fielder at third. You just feel that Nasir Hussain is trying to just be a little bit aggressive. Muqidul Islam is the new bowler from the Minister end. Another seamer, youngster. Good prospect, future prospect. Tall. Willing to bend his back. Hit the deck hard. He's now sending that fielder at mid-off to long off for Nasir Hussain, sensing that he might just try to take him on the offside. It's short, it's cut away. That is a cracking shot. Man in form picks up a boundary.
A little bit short at that time. Just a little bit too much width. And the kind of form that Nasser is in, he wasn't going to miss out. That was a cracking shot, pass backward point. It was 4 from the time it left the bat.
What I liked about that shot was his nice roll of the wrist. He didn't go aerial. Really good wrist work from Nasir Hussain. Better. Getting an outside edge, extra bounce.
Good comeback by Muqidul. Very good comeback. Had Nasser in a little bit of trouble. But in the end, he played it well. What a contest we're having here. It's all one-sided at the moment in favor of the Comilla Victorians, but there's still hope for the Dhaka Dominators.
Yeah, only if they can manage to garner a partnership. Because they have to work hard. They're bowling really well in good areas. They've hardly given anything away. Yes, an odd boundary has come. There's only 2 boundaries in the first 7 overs. This is the 7th over. So 2 loose deliveries got the treatment. Otherwise, they've been very good. Pulled away. That is another very good shot. First it was a square cut. This time it's onto the onside for yet another boundary.
Another short delivery from Muqidul. And Nasser Hussain cashed in. He was coming on the front foot. He just pivoted and slapped it to a wide mid wicket to 4. Not good bowling so far by Muqidul. And he's not a happy man. What are you doing is the question.
Yeah, twice he's gone short on the offside and then on the onside. Both times getting the treatment. This time Again, he'll just fall short of that fielder. But there was an opportunity, just couldn't find the gap. A good over. 14 coming in that over. After 7, Dhaka 34 for 3. Well, he certainly dominated with the bat, by far in front of anybody else. The skipper of Dhaka Dominators, Nasir Hussain, with 284, just above Shakib Al Hassan, who's also having a really good time with the bat. 256 for Iftikhar Ahmed, and then followed by Shoaib Malik and Usman Khan. But he's been outstanding, simply outstanding with the bat. Nasir Hussain, he picked up a couple of boundaries in the previous over. Right, time to go downstairs to Pamela.
Ispahani BPL T20 9th edition, powered by Minister. I have with me the birthday boy Izan. Jar favorite team holo Comilla. So how excited?
Really excited.
Tomar favorite player ke?
Liton Das.
Tumi ki eta birthday gift cheyechile that you will come and watch a match?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you happy?
Yes.
Are they going to win?
Yes.
Yeah! Show me some excitement.
Yeah.
We have Shomit with us. Shomit, how are you liking the game? How are you enjoying it?
Loving it. I was really excited for Naseem Shah. I got to see him bowl, got 2 wickets. And Liton, unlucky for him, he didn't play a long one today. But as usual, some fabulous shots.
So you are a cricket fan. What do you think? Comilla is going to do well?
I'm praying for them. Definitely. They should. After 3 losses, this one should be ours.
Okay then. We have Katrina with us. It's her first game in the stadium for BPL. How do you feel?
I was excited while I'm coming here, and now I'm happy and glad to be here, and of course I'm enjoying the game.
And how are you liking the energy of the stadium?
Good. It's lovely. It's lovely. And Liton Das is here, so I'm really happy. I'm happy for him.
We have many Liton fans, so I will throw it back to the comms. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, it was an excellent piece of fielding, but in the end, just the ball just wins the race. Now, certainly, all of a sudden, the Dhaka Dominator batters are picking up boundaries. Yes, a good effort in the end, but not good enough to stop the boundary. They're both now eyeing to not only pick up boundaries, but also eyeing to rotate strike, because the required run rate is gone above 10.
It is not going to be easy for the Dhaka Dominators. They're rooted at the bottom of the standings with only 1 win. Can't seem to find a winning formula, Arthur. On the other hand, the Comilla Victorians are flying high. They won the last 3 and on the verge of winning the 4th in a row.
Yeah, the only win that has come Dhaka's way was in the very first match, which was against Khulna. And after that, they've lost 5 on the trot. Hey! Oh, nearly going straight to the hands of Tanveer Islam.
A little bit of excitement. Probably thought for a brief moment it was going to come back to him. But in the end, fell way short. If he was following through like a fast bowler, then might have had a chance.
Spoke like a true fast bowler. Better targeting the left arm orthodox down the ground for a single to finish the over. 6 in that over. Dhaka Dominators after 8 are 40 for 3.
Going at 5, Dhaka Dominators have just built up a little bit of a partnership with Usman Ghani and Nasir Hussain, but a long way to go. Mountain to climb now with the required run rate going up to 10.42. Futile Shah, the slow left arm, so impressive with the bat. Also gets amongst the wickets. The many options that the Comilla team have. And the armory, a little bit of a fumble, allows the single. That said, HD, tough job for the remaining portion of the game for the Dhaka team.
Yeah, it is. I think what Dhaka have got to look at is that the Comilla Victorians just had, what do they have, 9 after 4 overs. Then they just paced themselves really well and ended up with something very competitive. The only problem is that its form within the side is low. You're probably looking at the 2 most formed batters in Ghani and Nasir now.
And those 2 are the ones they've got to unfortunately bank on, as you mentioned, not too many before or after. But this has got to be the most crucial partnership. But the bowling has been very impressive. Must give him that initially the batters were put under a lot of pressure, forced them to try and work their way out of trouble through big shots, but just did not pan for them. But this is the man who's topping the charts in terms of runs. Oh, catch it is the call. Where is that headed? Towards the hands, the safe hands. Futile strikes, and he strikes with the most important and informed batter. The skipper has gone. Oh dear, they're really in trouble now.
Well, he's just been in such incredible form, has Nasir. It was bound to end at some stage. It really was. He's been fighting as man alone, but now a top edge is found, and Futile, who's added value with the bat, inflicts a huge blow to the Dhaka Dominators as their captain goes for 17, 42 for 4.
And also time for the strategic timeout.
Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
The NBA continues on Monday. Atlanta Hawks against the Chicago Bulls. 8 p.m., 9 p.m. ECT on SportsMax.
The world's best hockey teams head to India for the 15th edition of the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup, and it's all live on your Home of Champions.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your Home of Champions.
early control by the Dhaka Dominators bowlers in the Comilla Victorians innings. They could not really contain the latter order batsmen and gave away enough runs for the Comilla team to protect themselves, and now the job for the Dhaka Dominators very, very difficult. 10.85, 4 wickets down. Asking rate there. Ariful Haq, right-handed batter for the Dhaka Dominators, comes in. Got a 50. Decent enough strike rate, but situation of the game dictates that he has a little bit of a sighter, a little bit of a feel of what the wicket is doing. No gremlins as such that we've noticed, HD. It's more of pressure situations creating the batters to lose their wickets.
Yeah, well, they're just not hitting any boundaries. There's been 4 fours hit inside 9 overs. And so the captain perishes looking for boundaries. Nice catch, simple catch for Naseem Shah.
First time the captain had missed out on scoring a 30. That's flat batted straight past the bowler. Diving effort and a good one too. Manages to hold that in. That is commitment. Despite the fact that they are in a happy position, still the effort they're appreciated by all and sundry. 9 overs done, 45 for 4.
One leg.
Player of the match, and will get 1 lakh takas early on, but the runner-up will get a mammoth figure of 1 crore taka. That's 10 million. 20 million for the winners. A lot of money to be given away. That induced the edge once again. Very tentative with that first delivery from Tanvir Islam.
They're right on the money, the Comilla Victorians. They really are. They're defending a decent sized total. The required rate's nearly at 11. But what about this for a little bit of fielding? Yes, he's safe, but the energy to get to the ball quickly, pick it up, throw it at the stumps, really good.
So involved in the game, taking that catch, throws, taking wickets. Use of the feet, sees him coming, drops it short. Good thinking on the part of the bowler. Not easy to get the balls away. Pensive Dhaka supporters, I'd imagine, too happy with the standings at the moment.
They got to get going soon. They really do. They got to get going. You know, there's unfortunately no prizes for second place in a T20 match, so you can knock it around for as long as possible, but you're going to end up short here, in that there needs to be a degree of risk taken. Some boundaries need to be found. You're not going to get 15 off the over against Naseem Shah at the back end.
Yes, something like that. It didn't work, but the intention was appreciated. I think you just cannot die wandering. Just get a move on. Give it all you have. As you mentioned, take a few risks. Improvise. This is the game about improvisations. We haven't seen many attempts at that. Reverse sweeps or scoops attempted. But this guy has been very meticulous with his lines. 4 dot balls again. Again, the pressure on Ariful. Go for a big hit. Can't do anything about it. Only tuck it away and get a single.
Yeah, they're just such a long way out, in that the required rate is nearly at 12, and we've got 10 overs to go. You know, so you need to start getting 1 or 2 big overs just to get control of that required rate. Yes, if you need 12 and over for the last 2, you're in the game, but if they keep going at 2s and 3s and over, that rate's going to be 36 and over with 4 to go.
What's Gunny going to do? He can cloud the ball. He's got to go big. No, he can't. This is marvelous from Tanvir Islam. 1 run only in the 10th over. 46 for 4. Pictures going to all parts of the world. Bangladesh taking on television, on OTT, USA, Sri Lanka, to the Caribbean, India, Pakistan, all over the world. Again, a shimmy down the wicket. It was striking him on the pads, but it's way down the pitch to really interest the umpire on that occasion.
But the shimmy down the wicket is to try and get onto off stump to nudge the ball for one on the leg side. I don't know how many more nudges that they can get. Look, there's no intent to try and find a boundary or do something inventive. Well, that's better.
Last realization that you've got to throw your bat. You know, we might just sound like a broken record, but that is what it's all about. You cannot just die wandering. You cannot just let it just flow, go through the motions. Make an effort. Go for it. Go for it. Yes, just like that. You got to get some result at least. Doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 4.
It almost looks as though there's a fear of failure that is running through their batting lineup. You know, like if I try and play a lap or I try a reverse sweep and I get out, you know, that's going to leave the team in trouble. So the word get out is in their mind rather than if I play it and I get boundary. Oh, that's good running. That's nice and urgent. They still need more than that. That brings up the 50.
Well, something to look forward to with a little bit of a milestone created. Good running, even though the initial run was not taken very quickly. Realization that there was this opportunity to take the second one. 17 of 15. That's the single boundary for Usman Ghani. Go boy, he does. Again, not really getting a hold of it. We're urging him on from here, HT.
Yeah, but again, it's just a slap, isn't it? There's no. It's almost that's a desperation stroke. I mean, Kushdil's got this worked out at the moment. He's bowling the ball back of a length. He's not allowing him to get on bended knee and hit it over deep mid wicket.
Tuck around the corner, and he slips at the other end too. 11 overs have been completed. It's 53 for 4. Protected rooftop viewing can't be very good for you. Cannot afford to get overexcited. Must be getting a view of the big screen. They know they're on the big screen.
Well, this is a very big stadium, so I'll tell you what, if they are watching the cricket, they're very high up.
BPL flag flying high. It's been a good one in Chattogram. Back here in Dhaka, then we move to Sylhet for the next phase. Ariful, 4 of 9. Not the usual way he bats. More like that. Again, missed time.
Well, they're certainly on a roll here, the Comilla Victorians. Mukdil went for 14 in his opening over, so he'll want to have a good showing here after the others have barely gone for a run of ball.
Take advantage of the mindset of the batters. See, not quite there in terms of gauging the length of the ball, not in position. With the shortness of the ball, you'd expect him to just use the depth of the crease and try to angle the ball away. More like hitting with power, just standing your ground. Ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I think that what we're trying to say here is that we're not saying that every ball should go out the ground, but there needs to be a little bit of invention. A going down the wicket, fine legs up in the circle, maybe a lap. At least he's given himself some room there.
He did. Only problem is he could not make the contact at all. Well, it's a situation when the batters know that they've got to throw their bats at virtually everything from now on. The only problem is the bowlers are alert to that situation. You must give them the credit that they're not really allowing them freebies per se. Slapped that away. That's 4. Very, very welcome 4 after a long time.
Well, the first boundary in 24 deliveries. This is wide. It's asking to be hit from Mukdil. And Ariful obliges. Doesn't have to make a play, just has to stand there and play the good old traditional square drive.
That will bolster his confidence, maybe. And take on Mukdil for his remaining 2 deliveries. There's drifting down leg, cramping him for space. Takes the first run quickly. Partner's looking the other way. Can't get a second. Osmani tea, that's what they're having. One of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh. It's a heritage brand. Tastes good too. And they were renowned for producing high quality tea and other food products. Oh, did he get a bit of edge? I heard a sound, but thankfully for the batter, no. 12 overs done, 60 for 4.
The red worm dying down, 60 for 4. At this stage, Comilla was 74 for 3. But they really stepped onto the gas in the later half of the innings where they managed to score 164. But yes, fans of Comilla Victorians will be very happy. They are, big smiles around. But Dhaka Dominators once again very disappointing with the bat. They relied so heavily on Nasir Hussain in the past. He's only human. And he didn't continue with his form. Or 269 runs in the previous 5 matches. Nothing much today. Great credit to the bowlers. Good evening, Mazhar.
Good evening, Atabhai. Comilla Victorians has been on a roll. They've won 3 out of 3 on the last 3 matches. Again, a huge appeal there. And they will take the review. What do you reckon, otherwise? The angle looked quite tight initially.
I'll just have to wait and see the replay. Yeah, just going back to the Dhaka Dominators batting, it has been disappointing, especially the top order. The first thing first, that's absolutely fine. Well inside that white line which belongs to the umpire, the right foot. This will be interesting. Yeah, looks pretty adjacent. We'll also have a closer look at whether there was a bit of a bat on that. I don't think so. But it looks in a bit of a bother here. Looks pretty adjacent, doesn't it?
You can also see the leg stump there. But the only thing is the angle. The bowler bowled wide of the crease.
You can see the leg stump, but look at the ball where it is hitting. It's a middle stump. There's so much between the striking point and the leg stump. Split screen. Not a bad stride. You're just hitting him underneath the rolls on the pad. Just probably on the knee, maybe just below the knee. So it hasn't bounced that much, but it's got a little bit of a space to travel to go on and hit the stumps. We'll have to wait and see what the umpire thinks. This is tight. This is very, very tight. The Zuma. This will give you a better idea. Ooh. Looks very, very, very close. I reckon he's in trouble. Still a bit of a discussion. Well, we'll leave it to the third umpire. We'll just have to wait and see what he decides.
And the on-field umpire had to revert the decision and it's given out.
It looked so close initially, especially on the front on. And I think that's a correct decision. It's a good decision. Arifullah goes for 11. Dhaka have more trouble. 62 for 5. Mukhtar Ali is the new batter, and Dhaka Dominators have certainly not dominated with the bat. In serious trouble in the 13th over, half of the side back in the hut. And he will be on a strike. Straight away there's a slip in place. So Waimul guys has been very good handling the bowlers and setting the field. Short and wide. Again finds the fielder in the deep. So he opens his account with a single of the very first ball that he faces. He's here because of this.
Khushdil Shah creating that angle. He did bowl wide of the crease, but it's the angle there that undone the batter. Initially the umpire thought it might go on to miss the stump, to the leg side. Again, a short delivery. Just couldn't get onto it, Usman Ghani.
Yeah, just 5 boundaries so far. Required run rate has gone above 14. And the way they are batting at the moment, losing wickets at regular intervals and the boundaries not coming, it's going to be literally impossible to chase. They need a miracle. It's another good over from Futile Shah. 64 for 5. Have a look at those partnership. That's the disappointing part. 10 for the first wicket, and the single digits 26 it was going. Ghani and Nasir 20s with Ghani and Ariful, but none of the partnership going and going on to pick up a big one. Well, excellent stuff from Comilla Victorian bowlers. Make no mistake, they've made life so very difficult for Dhaka Dominators. Initially, it was Naseem Shah who really bowled with some great pace among the wickets. He bowled one over from the Ispani end where he picked up an early wicket. Then he bowled change of ends, bowled from the Minister, and he again picked up a wicket. 2 for 5 in 2 overs, Naseem Shah in his 4th over, and he's only gone for 10 runs. Lovely delivery.
He really impressed with his bowling performances. He remained very economical. Apart from him, Naseem just gave away 5 runs, picked up 2 wickets. Futile Shah had a very good game today, picked up 2 wickets and that crucial 30 knock.
Yeah, even Abu Haidarani, who was bowled 3 overs, has picked up a wicket, but he's only given away 13 runs. Every one of them has been economical, apart from Mukhidul Islam, who's gone for 21 in 2 overs. Abu Haider there. And when a team gets into that groove of winning matches, Derek Head would have been very, very close again. He was strolling. Have a look at this.
Initially there was a bit of hesitation there, and direct hit would have been curtains. Yeah, he was not even in the frame. Yeah, going back to Dhaka's performance, Atabhai, if I talk about the team, they have got the experience. Most of them have played domestic cricket for years. Especially if I talk about Shomo Sharka, he's been searching for his comeback for the national team. He's been the biggest disappointment so far. And the way he handles this type of situation, I haven't seen that urge from him to stay at the wicket and work hard to get those runs rather than just go easy for the bowlers.
Well, there's Nasir Hussain, who's been outstanding with the bat. He's been excellent in terms of batting, bowling. I mean, he's not going to do it in every match. He needs support. To Musharka, Mizanur Rahman, Mohammad Mithun. I still feel they could have added a few more big names just to make sure that the team handles the pressure. It's all about handling the pressure. And once you start to rely so much on one player, that is Nasir Hussain, then it's trouble. It's problem for any team relying on one single player. 68 for 5. And now this has gone up in the air. Will fall in no man's land because the three-fielder on the onside protect the boundaries. There's one inside the circle with short fine, so no problems there. It'll be a single. He really went after it, didn't he?
Again, a swing and a miss there by Usman Ghani. I think they also lack that firepower in terms of the foreign players. As you rightly mentioned that they don't have any big names in the side who could motivate them, even in the dressing room when things are not going well. You need to sit and discuss what are the things that are going wrong for you as a unit. And that's given as a wide.
I mean, have a look at Usman Ghani. He's come to bat in the second over. And he's still missing it. He's swinging and missing, swinging and missing. Again, one more time. Good delivery. Ball turning away from the right-hander. So he's faced 24 deliveries for only 23 runs with only one boundary.
Catch it.
This time, he finds it going over the top, but only a single. Not good enough. So as a player, you need to read the situation. And then you need to change your plan of attack. It's about playing attacking cricket. 94 in 32 deliveries with 5 wickets in hand. Big heave, outside edge. Should be a boundary. It is a boundary. After 18 deliveries.
Once again, not being able to time that properly. Came off the outside edge with a big heave there, Mukhtar Ali. Things are slipping away from the hands. It's already too late for them.
Catch it.
They just simply cannot find the boundaries. Yes, they did one with an outside part of the bat. With the second last delivery in this over. End of the over, 8 in that over. After 15, 76 for 5. Yeah, 56 for 2 in between the 7th and the 15th over. 74 for 3, Comilla. Naseem Shah is back in the attack. Oh, and has he nicked it? Yes, he has. He can do no wrong. Already 2 wickets in the first 2 overs, and then he comes back for the 3rd over, and he picks up a wicket of the very first delivery.
That's a very good move there by skipper Imrul Qais. He went for the kill and brought back the best bowler. Team up. Yeah, big outside edge there. And Leighton completes an easy catch. It was always on the cards. Naseem Shah strikes yet again for Comilla Victorians. Mukhtar Ali departs after scoring 9. Dhaka 76 for 6. It's time for the strategic timeout.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
The NBA continues on Monday. Atlanta Hawks against the Chicago Bulls. 8 p.m., 9 p.m. ECT on SportsMax.
The world's best hockey teams head to India for the 15th edition of the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup. And it's all live on your Home of Champions.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your Home of Champions.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your Home of Champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
Plays from the Ispahanian, very close. I reckon he's gone. He is given. We'll have to wait and see whether the batter will go for the review. Amir Hamza is still talking and he's gone for the player's review. I reckon he's gone.
To me, that looked dead plumb. Just right on the money. Naseem Shah, the very first delivery. Ball right at the stumps. You can see the leg stump there. Interesting to see the replay now. Yeah, front foot is okay. He was rooted at the crease there. You can see the leg stump as well. This looks very close.
Good seam presentation as well. In his back foot. Oh, I reckon that's a goner. I reckon he's in trouble. Quick, straight. You miss, I hit. Just a hint of movement coming back into the right-hander. Very quick. Have a look at the seam presentation. Oh! Very good. He's been quick. And he's been very straight. Oh yes, in the middle stump. Beaten by Price one more time. Initially given out. Yes, it stays. So another one goes. Wicket number 4 for Naseem Shah. And it's 76 for 7. He'll be on a hat-trick. Taskin Ahmed will be on strike. 2 wickets in the first 2 deliveries from Naseem Shah and sitting on a hat-trick. First one, Nick, and then Amir Hamza missing a straight one. Currently the best figures by a pacer on BPL debut, Naseem Shah. Already has a hat-trick in Test match cricket. That was against Bangladesh in Rawalpindi. What an over this has turned out to be. To be honest, every over he has bowled has been a sensational one. And he comes on a hat-trick. Oh, nicely clipped away from Taskin Ahmed. We're talking about the top order, Mazhar. The top four batter for Dhaka Dominators have only managed to score 428 runs in 28 innings altogether. Whereas Nasser Hussain, the skipper, in 7 innings so far, has scored 286. Have a look at those figures. 4 for 6 with 11 dots. Hats off to him. He's been sensational.
That's very good bowling by Naseem Shah. He made sure he bowls onto the stumps and looking for those wickets and going for the kill. And that's why he's been brought back into the attack. And what an impression he has created on his BPL debut. The best bowling figure on debut this year. Naseem Shah. 4 for 7 runs. Yeah, this season, Rezaul Raja picked up 4 for 14. He bowled terrifically. Bowled really quick.
Yeah, this is this season. He's been outstanding. This time it's a short one. Yeah, it's a snorter. Now have a look at what he has done this evening. Very first over. Brilliant joker. Trying to make some room. And then the nick. Big swing. Getting a bottom end. And then plumb in front. Fantastic. What a sight when he comes into bowl. He's absolutely been brilliant. Brilliant with the ball.
Slow delivery to end the over. Just 3 runs and 2 wickets by Naseem Shah. Dhaka 79 for 7.
That's tomorrow, the opening game tomorrow, the Fortune Burrashell taking on the Sylhet Strikers. So it's a top of the table clash. That is an absolute beauty to look forward to, that one. In the night game, where the Dhaka Dominators will take on the Khulna Tigers. And the Dominators look as though they're only going to have one victory to their name at the end of tonight. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. Sensational. Yeah, he wasn't able to impress with a bat in hand. And with gloves on, what a take that was. Yeah. Full-blooded edge and timed his dive to perfection. Liton Kumar Das. That was a stunning catch behind the stumps. Brought the downfall of Taskin Ahmed. It's 79 for 8. Shame. It just hasn't been a good evening. What about this for a catch, though? This is all about the catch. Yeah, anticipation was there. And then the athleticism and flexibility shown behind the stumps by Liton Das. Splendid effort from Liton Das. We are talking about Dhaka Dominators. They've got so many issues to deal with. Yes, the captain has been phenomenal. Other than that, not many players in the bowling department and the batting department have responded well. To be able to compete well, the top order batsmen need to fire. But how? That is a big question. Maybe have somebody else opening the innings, not Shomer Sharkar. He's having a miserable run. There'll be a big discussion between the two of them, captain and coach, on what to do. They don't have a long time to think. They're back on the park tomorrow night, but Shomer Sharkar has really struggled with the bat. He's barely got to double figures. We know the ability, but at some point there might need to be a change at the top, as you rightly point out. How, as a coach, do you get them to believe again? There has to be a constant reminder. There must be a reason why you've been selected to feature in this BPL. It's because of your ability. Use that. But the problem at the moment, they've gone into a shell. And it's been very difficult for them to come out of that shell. 81 for 8. So it's immense. There's still 84 runs required of just 3 overs. Nasim Shah has 4 for 8 in his opening game of this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. This is his final over. And that's another big shout that's hit Usman Ghani firmly on the pads. And they're going to go upstairs, I feel. Nasim Shah definitely wants to have a look, and Imral Case has said, yes, let's have a look-see. There was plenty of deviation of the service for that delivery. And you could see 3 stumps. And there was a bit of an angle with that delivery, so it might work for the batsman. He's okay there. Oh, I think that's missing leg stump. I think it's a very, very good decision. Yeah, this will just look at height. Height isn't really the issue, or if there's an inside edge. No real inside edge, beaten for pace really. And now just to see where it's going, but bearing in mind we'll get the impact point. We'll get the impact point, and the impact point might say hitting on leg stump, but the angle is taking this down. The angle, where the ball pitches, where it eventually strikes him, that's missing leg stump, I think. Yeah, correct. Let's move on.
Well, Usman Ghani did walk in very early on in the piece, and he's still there, 26 off 28, and he may feel as though, well, he stood man alone, but I think there was no intent at the beginning. No intent at all at the beginning, which means that he's part of the problem.
Yeah, the development of this innings was arrested right from the beginning. When Comilla, the Victorians, were able to pick up early wickets, and from there on, it's been a struggle. Yeah, disappointment has been known to them. Coming back to the question you asked the previous over, how to come back from here. You need to instill a bit of confidence in the players, and when I say confidence, they are lacking it at the moment. But you do not have to that false confidence in yourself. You should be honest enough as a player to say, okay, this is the kind of role easy for me. Anything beyond that, you taking me out of the comfort zone. And the realization has to be there. If the players are given the right roles, you might see change of fortune for Dhaka Dominators.
Slip goes in. Just clearing that left leg, hoping to find a boundary. And one thing is, they've kept him out. They've kept him out.
And the other thing you need to do as a batter, if you're struggling, rely on correcting strokes rather than airy-fairy strokes like that. Could have easily driven the ball down the track.
He is the number 10.
Still, intent has to be there. You were pointing towards that, weren't you?
Well, that's just palmed towards the boundary, and he ain't getting up as he watches that trickle towards the fence. He might have hurt his thumb there. It won't get to the boundary, so there might be some running repairs needed.
And he's a left-arm spinner. He requires redressing, that's for sure, Tanveer. He's in agony.
Tanveer Islam, left arm spinner, went for just 13 runs in his 4 overs. And this is nasty because it bounces just before him. And he just can't get his hands in a good place in order to stop the ball properly, and it probably just pushes his thumb back. It'll be nasty.
Yeah, it's painful for him. And it's excruciating for Dhaka Dominators. Nothing has worked for them.
I hope there's no broken bone. That's the first thing. We hope there's no strained ligaments there for the left arm spinner, because he's been very good for the Comilla Victorians. Right slip goes in again. Final delivery of the 18th. Final delivery of what has been a great spell. Oh, what a delivery that is. And that brings to a close a sensational spell of bowling by the new man, Nasim Shah. 85 for 8. Lovely ground here in Mirpur, the Sherry Bangla National Stadium.
Here's Mukidal. It doesn't matter where you bat, I'm still going to bowl you a bumper. He's been impressive in this PPL. Mukidal can bend his back, get the ball to zip through. And has picked up wickets. Stop it. Still trying to survive, really, which is bizarre. Admiral Case will be very, very happy. I think he'll be a happy man. He didn't have a score that was out of sight, but the bowlers have certainly played their part as well. We always knew it was going to be a tough chase. 164 for 6 in 20 overs is a decent score, but the Dhaka Dominators, they were in the game for the power play, weren't they? They were in the game. And what is disturbing for them, probably this is the best surface they got to chase down 164 runs and faltered. The ball is sliding quite nicely for the batters. Yes, there was a bit of deviation with the new ball. But at this level, as a top order batsman, you should know how to deal with it. Unfortunately for Dhaka Dominators, it was a bit too much. And the pace Naseem Shah generated, it was too hot to handle for them. I just think, though, that after 4 overs, the Victorians just had 9. That's why I felt that they were obviously really in the game, but then got some clever batting, some intelligent batting. But there wasn't a half century, just contributions all the way down. Still won't get to the boundary. Yeah, we have seen so many times in this BPL that Dhaka Dominators bowlers doing a decent job in power plays. Managed to pick up early wickets, but lost the plot in the middle. Allowed the opposition to make a comeback. And their batting has been a huge letdown. He wasn't. Naseem Shah on his debut was very impressive. This will be a boundary, but I'm afraid it's come far too late. But a boundary will end the 19th, 92 for 8.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Well, after their opening 3 losses, this victory will see the Comilla Victorians go into 3rd. Well and truly in the hunt now, the reigning champions. There would have been a few nervous people, a few concerned people after they were 0 for 3, but not anymore. And the margin of victory will help them to improve their net run rate. It's in the minus, but it will get better. Right, Johnson Charles in his first delivery will be tucked away for 4. 2 boundaries of last 2 deliveries. It was easy, wasn't it? Just flick of the wrist and a boundary. Johnson Charles just being given this last over just to get a feel of what it's like to bowl in the BPL, and he's been dispatched for another boundary, so that's 8 off 2. And what it is like getting hammered. He's been hammering the bowlers throughout this BPL. Johnson Charles. A few mammoth sixes tonight. Right, they're nearly done. Usman Ghani's gone at a runner ball. So he's spent plenty of time at the wicket. He won't need a net practice tomorrow morning. Alamin, 14 of 13. Couple of sweet boundaries. 3 in fact. Oh no, 2 in fact. This over. Now Usman Ghani helps himself to the man of square leg. Fielding has been good too from Comilla Victorians. Not many times you have seen them dropping a catch. Now plenty of time for the fielder to camp underneath the ball. The reverse cup. The ball disappears in the mitt. He's in. It's fair. Yeah, well judged catch in the deep. Well judged catch in the deep. We'll see Usman Ghani's innings come to an end. He stuck around for a long time, did the Afghan, but eventually goes for 33, 101 for 9. Right, Sunny's off the mark. Good catch though. Good catch in the deep here to get rid of Ghani. Yes, very well judged catch. Yeah, the last ball to put everybody out of their misery. It has been a miserable run for Dhaka Dominators. Little glove down the leg side. No, called a wide. Just for a moment there, Litton Das was about to go up. But instead, they're going to prolong the agony here for the Dhaka Dominators. The Comilla Victorians management have been celebrating for the last few balls, high-fiving and back-slapping. Right, here we go. Oh no, oh no, Johnson, come on now. To be honest, HD, they started to celebrate when they were able to score 16 runs off that last over of the scheme. They were animated, they knew 160 more than enough for them to defend. And that should be that, and is. So Johnson Charles gets himself 1 wicket in the 1 over that he bowled, but in the end it is a comprehensive, it is a major victory, a big one, a confidence-denting victory over the Dhaka Dominators. Comilla, they win by 60. Yeah, emphatic. And what a contribution in the first game from Naseem Shah. He bowled briskly. He got the ball to move around. He was rewarded with 4 wickets. And the other bowlers, they responded well too. He was sensational behind the stumps. Litton Kumar Das. Yeah, no runs today for Liton Kumar Das and none for Mohammad Rizwan either, which I think the Comilla Victorians will be happy about, and that they've won so comfortably without some of their real big players performing. Now the captain. Yeah, he has captained the side quite well. Never easy for a side to make a comeback after losing 3 games on the trot. But he's been handling his resources quite well from there on. An induction of Rizwan, Khoshdil Naseem has changed the complexion of this outfit. Yeah, and unfortunately it's bad news. It's the 6th consecutive loss for the Dhaka Dominators, and only 3 teams have had longer losing streaks in the history of the Bangladesh Premier League. So they'll be desperate to rectify that tomorrow evening. But for now, they need to nurse a very bruised ego. The Victorians, on the other hand, they'll be very confident with the momentum that they've managed. 104 for 9 is all that the Dominators managed in their 20 overs. Yeah, start wasn't good, and it gone progressively worse. No notable partnership between any batters, and fell way short. And look at those figures from Naseem Shah. 4 overs, 16 dot deliveries, and picked up 4 wickets. Best figures by a pace bowler on BPL debut. And he was ably supported by Muqtil. He's been impressive. Bowls with a lot of venom. And Khoshdil Shah picked up 2 wickets for 24. Well, let's go downstairs now and join Shamim Chaudhry.
Well, I've got Nasir Hussain alongside me. It was another difficult interview, I understand, but that's the situation of the game. You're trying hard, but it's just not working for you.
না অবশ্যই এটা আমাদের টিমের জন্য অনেক ডিফিকাল্ট যে এখান থেকে কামব্যাক করা এবং ম্যাচ জেতা, কারণ আমরা যদি আপনি যদি দেখেন যে আমরা 7টা ম্যাচে কীভাবে খুব বাজে পারফর্ম করে হেরেছি, বাট আমি স্টিল হোপ যে আমাদের টপ অর্ডাররা রানে ফিরবে এবং আমরা ভালো একটা টুর্নামেন্ট খেলবো বা ভালো ম্যাচ খেলবো, বাট আনফর্চুনেটলি সেটা হচ্ছে না.
Well, it has not happened for them right through except for the first game, and they just can't find the answers. That's very unfortunate, and he's just hoping the remaining matches they can make some sort of a comeback. আজকের অবস্থা, আজকে তো প্রথম অবস্থায় কিছুটা চাপের মুখে 4 ওভারে 9 রানে 1 উইকেট, একটা মোটামুটি ভালো অবস্থান থেকে সেটার থেকে হাতটা খেলাটা ছুটে গেল.
না অবশ্যই আমরা পাওয়ার প্লের মধ্যে খুব ভালো বোলিং করেছি, কারণ ওদের ছিল পাওয়ার প্লের মধ্যে 30 for 2 সামথিং. সো আমরা পরবর্তীতে আমরা 10 ওভারের পরে গিয়ে আমরা 10 থেকে 15 ওভারের আমরা খুব একটা ভালো বোলিং করতে পারিনি, এবং আমার মনে হয় যে যেরকম উইকেট ছিল আমরা ওদেরকে আরেকটু যদি ভালো বোলিং করতে পারতাম এবং যেগুলো চান্স ছিল সেই চান্সগুলো নিলে হয়তো বা আমার মনে হয় ওরা 130 140 বেশি করতে পারতো না.
That was the problem. They couldn't restrict them to a low score, and that was the main reason. Well, bad luck once again today, but Nasir, best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
Well, there was only 9 fours hit in the whole Dhaka Dominators inning, so most about a procession of wickets. Naseem Shah brought into the side at the expense of a world-class bowler in Hassan Ali, and he certainly didn't disappoint. We are creating that effect straight away in this BPL on his debut, Naseem Shah. Yeah, the captain did resist for a while. But once he was picked up by Khoshdil Shah, there was no looking back for the Victorians. When they had a look at this upstairs, it was given out that this was the next wicket to go. Naseem Shah, and then first ball, he had a look at Amir Hamza Hotak. Hotak reviewed this, but unfortunately that was bang in front. Great catch from Liton Kumar Das, diving away to his left, saw the end of Tuscan, who, let me remind you, was very impressive with the ball. It was Alamin at the end with a few close to get him to 14 or 14. None better than that stroke off Johnson Charles. $164 for 6 in their 20 overs after they were put into bat by the Dhaka Dominators. Contributions from Charles, Kushtil, Case and Jacker, but in reply the Dhaka Dominators, they struggled from the word go. Nasim Shah 4 for 12, Kushtil 2 for 24. The Comilla Victorians win by 60 runs. There they are. They're up to third, the reigning champions. They now are firmly in the hunt for one of those top 4 teams to qualify for the playoffs. The Dhaka Dominators, well, they've got a few games left, but you would think that they've got to win them all. Right, let's go to a break, and when we come back, the post-match presentation.